Charles,
Well,
I thought it was
greetings.
Mike Coulter. Damn it.
Woo! As you can see, I'm in the Baltimore Harbor right now.
It's a quiet night, isn't it?
It was supposed to be a peaceful night. I actually was playing
Hmm.
music with a big ass speaker, smoking cigars, eating chicken sandwiches, drinking something dark, like I like my women. Um, One reason I'm a dual stream this because I don't want all the heat. What I'm about to say just be on your stream, and I'm gonna carry a lot of the shit. What the fuck, Israel? What the fuck?
Did you say what the fuck, Israel? Is that
What
what I
the
heard?
fuck?
Yes.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I concur. What the fuck, for real?
They use drones and missiles and aircraft, Detro.
Hmm.
Three,
This was coordinated. This was planned.
three out of four of the guys on this panel right now has actually been to war. Four
Yeah.
out of four either were in the military or closely related to people in the military.
Hmm.
The number one thing any war veteran values over anything else in life is peace. This is like your little brother starting shit in the school and then expecting you as the bigger brother to finish the fights and handle the not the light shit, but the heavy shit. You just fucked everything that the Trump administration was working towards a deal with Israel. And you expecting us to back you up.
And he went ahead, Chuck, he went ahead and just done it without disregards to even consulting anybody else. He did it, then turned around and you heard what he said. We in trouble. America's in trouble. God bless us. God bless America. No, you ain't finna proxy bring us into the bullshit you started. Fuck you,
You
Netanyahu.
fucking, and I'm going to say this directly to Benjamin
Benjamin.
Netanyahu. You fucking warmonger. You had a fucking issue against a lot of people to John Kapoor because
Uh,
your brother died.
you went really back. You went back really far. If you talk about that certain war that happened a certain time ago, you went
You
really deep.
you motherfucker.
I know what you're talking about.
And this is what pains
Andre,
me and
back up.
This what pains me as a war vet. And I'm going to say this. I've said it when I was on the phone with Lou.
Yeah.
And I said this to a friend of mine who's a year older and he's currently a master sergeant in the U.S. Army. When he was talking about Trump. Trump is trying to avoid war at all costs. This last administration was trying to start war at all costs. Men, men, especially fathers, are supposed to finish wars because if you don't, those are the issues that your sons and your grandsons have to finish, which is the ultimate curse you could put on your descendants. Am I lying or am I telling the truth?
I'm telling the truth.
Telling the truth.
What? Excuse me. I don't know why I got the hiccups when I came up here. What's so insulting
That's cool.
about this is that you're no different than fucking Ukraine. And all you libtards, because God knows any true patriot hates a liberal. You don't mind liberties, but you hate a liberal. You know why? Because it's the liberals who said a man could be a woman. Boys don't need the same level of education as women. It's girls.
Bullshit.
You, excuse me, folks. Work through the hiccups.
Yeah, like
Mm.
drink a little bit of water, like it'll take your hiccups down.
Belch, that does it too. We're the man's channel.
I know. That's why.
You literally have sleeper cells because of the last 4 fucking years of liberal policies. Not only put us in fucking economic stranglehold, but national security threats.
Hey,
That
Charles,
that
what's
the
happening
United
Saturday? What's happening Saturday?
Flag Day and Saturday and Sunday is Father's Day, right?
Yep. And,
Yeah, it's Father's Day.
and I'm going to ask you something. And if you're listening, U.S. government, we are not terrorists. Okay, we're military people.
We're
Charles,
patriots.
if you were a terrorist, you have these protests right now going on in these cities.
I
You
would
said they're planning
supply.
on doing-
I would literally supply the protesters with weaponry and dirty bombs.
and blow shit
I
up.
said it. I just said it. And this is the fucking.
I wish you to
reason
say that.
Hey, Andre, chill out for a moment. Go ahead, Charles.
I literally, for how many years have I told people you need to arm yourselves? You cannot
Every
call
single
yourself an
time.
American patriot and not arm yourself to protect your family, to protect yourself, to protect your community, protect your state, and protect your country. Whatever issues you have with America, go live in another country. Any other country you have in protests, and I'm going to talk about the protests for a minute. I wasn't going to stream today, but God damn it, Lewis.
Thank BGS, because BGS was the one that texted me. Thank you, BGS.
I'm going to say this. Why do you protest to come to a country illegally and siphon their fucking money because you were not going to pay into the system? That's what you wanted. You wanted motherfuckers to give you international welfare, aka foreign aid, in the United States. You're not going to fight our wars. You're putting up the flag of the country you left, stepping on the flag of the country you want to enter, and you want people to respect you to come in here illegally. Get completely the fuck out of here. You despicable bunch of motherfuckers. This is the reason why I said to black people, everybody's fight is not your fucking fight. Because everybody's not above replacing you. Who has a better argument against the United States government than black people, especially black men? These are not your kinfolk. These are not your skin folk. These are the same people that sung the song, "Everybody has a flag but the Negro." Y'all forgot about that, right?
More
These are the
importantly, a
same.
lot of them. Sorry, if I may,
Go
Charles.
ahead. Go ahead.
More importantly, let's not forget a lot of them come from countries where there is anti-black racism, and the black populations among them usually get the short end of the stick. And when they come into this country, a lot of them are considered black, not Latino. And there's this flat blackness you have to deal with when you come into the U.S.
And can I
Just
say
like any other
And
black
shout out
person
to
comes in.
shout out to ABM, because if y'all want me to go in, I'm gonna go completely the fuck in. I don't give a fuck if YouTube takes my channel. That's
Wait,
the
can I
reason
say
why I
something?
simulcast.
Can I say
Huh?
something right quick?
Go ahead, Marine.
You
Okay.
got a bunch of people, and this is no disrespect, that are from third world countries, and they do not know how to adapt to first world civilization.
That's true.
Let's go deeper. They don't even understand how to adapt to first world civility. You see me? I'm at the fucking harbor right now. You see this? You see this? Give me the big screen. You see this shit? ABM knows where I am.
Hold on.
ABM knows where I am. That's Fells Point right there. This is Under Armour right here. That's Under Armour. Well, it used to be when they had the gym here. That's Fells Point right across the water. Okay? I protected this country like Lewis and others so I
And
can have the
Detro.
peace. And say that again?
And Detro, Zero,
And Detro and others
Fine,
on this stream just so I can have a peaceful. I just came from the fucking VA for my fucking bi-yearly checkup. I came in there with high blood pressure. 2 minutes later, all I had to do was breathe normally, and they said your shit looks way normal. How do you? And even my doctor said you look strong. You don't look like the average 43-year-old. They gave me my medication for my sinus infection.
You have blood
And I
pressure?
said, you know what I do? I lift weights. I get on a bike, if I can find a bike, exercise bike or whatever. I go to the harbor, I smoke cigars, and I drink. I listen to music on this big-ass speaker here. You see that shit? That's my peace.
Oh yeah.
I refused. I fucking refuse. Not gonna lie, them shoulders are shouldering. But
Damn.
Let's see that shoulder again, Charles.
well, you can't help but see them. They them shoulders are shouldering.
Oh, by the way, nice T-shirt.
Oh yeah.
Love the T-shirt, by the way.
If I'm gonna wear
right there,
Spider-Man,
that's-
it's gonna be black.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like Bruce Almighty when he served. And I'm gonna tell you what really fucking irritates me, and I gotta take my glasses off for this one. What fucking irritates me is that men of war want peace. Do you hear the noise in the background? You don't.
It was all quiet.
The only noise I'm making is on my speaker. My doctor said, keep up what you're doing. She even looked at my weight and was like, how do you weigh this much, but you look so small? You look like a goddamn superhero. And it's like, I do things to keep my peace and to keep my fucking sanity. You Zionist motherfuckers, you. I'm going to say some shit and I'm not anti anything. Because if people say you're anti-Semitic, I got more Semitic blood in my system than most of the current Jews do.
You got a brother who's right here, Semitic as hell.
Put it to you this
He'll
way.
co-sign on that.
When I check my fucking DNA, I actually have blood. I actually have DNA from the fucking Egyptian royal family.
Kemet. That's
I'm
Kushida.
actually a descendant of one of the Egyptian pharaohs. When they checked it.
Boom.
Y'all didn't know that, did you?
Shocked. Surprised. That would make you
So
neurotic, actually.
the people talk about why you're saying this shit, Charles, is because I got more skin in the game than most people even put in tears. You're going to cause World War III. And all you motherfuckers who voted for these fuckers to come for Kamala Harris, this is what you voted for. You voted because you punk motherfuckers. You punk motherfuckers. We're not going to fight the wars that our daughters and our sons were going to fight. Some of us, our grandchildren, are going to fight. I'm so fucking pissed. I'm so
Rightfully so.
fucking pissed. I'm literally part of 2 wars that lasted longer than Vietnam. My father's a Vietnam vet with the Marine Corps. Semper Fi, motherfuckers. His job, what he said, is to fight Vietnam so your black ass didn't have to go. Some
Charles.
fucking reason the modern world makes more wars where I had to go. Because we didn't finish shit in the Gulf War, guess who had to go there 15 years later?
You, Bruce Almighty, a whole lot of people.
When
Under
people
false
talk about
pretense, I will
when
say.
people talk about the oldest millennials, I said you're gonna have to change it from half the millennials versus the younger millennials, because the fucking older millennials, we had to fight terrorism for 20 fucking years.
Shout out to the 80s babies.
Think about that. We held back. The only thing you got on us was 9/11, and we held back a lot of shit. We held back hell on earth on our backs that mentally, physically, spiritually, and emotionally we can't get back. And I know people saying, what's Charles talking about? Open your fucking ears and your eyes and listen to what older man has to say.
Open your face too.
Shut up, Dre.
Because right now, we're on the brink of nuclear fucking war. I'm going to just say it. Y'all don't think it. We're on the brink of nuclear fucking war. Do you know how many motherfuckers Hegseth, I just read the fucking article. Hegseth said there's an emergency petition for federal and military personnel and families to get the fuck out the Middle East. Just because I don't put it on a live stream doesn't mean I'm not reading.
Non-essential for the most part.
I heard the same thing too, because they got wind of it and what
Kuwait.
Israel's going to do.
Yeah, mainly in Kuwait, Qatar, because Qatar, that's where CENTCOM is. You got the fleet in Bahrain as well.
You got to think about this shit. And this is what I'm going to tell you, a little history lesson. When Kuwait got invaded by Iraq, Saddam Hussein's regime,
the Baathists,
or I'd like to call it the bastards, those punk motherfuckers in Kuwait weren't even mad enough to fight their own to defend their own country. Think about that. You're an oil-rich country, and you weren't even mad enough to stay there and fight.
Small ass population, outgunned.
Let me put this out. Let me put this out there for you.
All right, take your time. Take your time.
My grandfather, including himself, had 12 brothers and sisters, with his father and his mother.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know the reason why we still have over 300 to 400 acres of land in the family name?
Because you stood and protected and fought for it no matter what.
Because they fought for it. They were Naruto before Naruto was even a fucking thought in anybody's name, in anybody's mind. When you're 9, 10 years old and you got to be a trigger puller, because you know if they get on that if they get inside that fucking house, you're dead.
Klan was no joke, man.
But you motherfuckers look at me weird when I say arm yourself. Learn how to do first aid. Black boys should be in the military obtaining skills, degrees, knowledge. And my people were the first people to fight me on it. Shout out to the Professor Cerulean Gray and Sergeant Charles Faulkner, who tried to school you motherfuckers. There was no initiative for the Black Manosphere before the Gray Faulkner Initiative. And shout out to the initiative that Dr. T has as well. And I'm not shitting on Dr. T, but I'm going to just tell historical facts. There was no initiative before the Graham Faulkner Initiative for the Black Manosphere. Before that, when people tell me, why is Charles speaking? Because Charles got more fucking footing, Charles got more vetting, and Charles got more say in this fucking place than most motherfuckers who are your favorite YouTubers. Guys like me gave validity to this shit. But y'all probably ever see me so passionately angry about shit like this in a very long time. To be so selfish, to be so fucking full of fucking anger. You couldn't wait. You fucking bastards. You think everything, you think, oh, it would, you know what? I'm going to go the fuck in. Thank you, ABM, for saying it. Go the fuck in. I think it's mighty funny, the motherfuckers who want to play the ultimate trump card in their pockets about the atrocities that happened to them during Nazi occupation are committing the same, if not worse shit to other people.
Say it again. Say it again. Say it again. They didn't hear you. Say it louder too. Let's go.
I think it's the phoniest shit that you could do. You're going to try to browbeat everybody about all the fucking shit. Listen, my great-grandfather emancipated you. So you're going to sit down and you're going to listen to what a black man has to say. I was there 16 years old and saw the statues and monuments of those black brave soldiers and Marines who liberated your asses. When it's funny, when you were going through your Holocaust, black men liberated you. But when we were going through our Holocaust, you financed the ships and the bodies that were on them.
And was still MIA.
So don't give me no shit about, you don't understand. Fuck your understanding.
Charles, the only reason why I even joined the panel was I heard that Y award getting brought up. So I was wondering, like, the thoughts on that.
You telling me? I'm so pissed. I'm so fucking pissed right now.
Charles,
I got
Dre,
spit
I am
Dre,
so
no,
sorry.
No,
I am so sorry.
Dre, back up. Just take a
This
step back.
is the war panel. And I love you, Dre, but sometimes you got to know when to fall back. You're
That's all I'm
going
gonna.
to get your
back,
chance
baby
to
boy.
speak, but you got to know when to fall back. Because this is the reason why a guy like Namer, who may not be American, but he knows what war looks like.
I come from a long history of wars, man. All right, my people have known war. The region I come from, we've known war more than peace, and we're across the Red Sea from Yemen and KSA. All right. Secondly, I was born and raised in KSA. I was there when things were popping off during the Gulf War. We had to go to school with gas masks for fear of chemical attacks with Scud missiles and whatnot. Do you understand what it's like to deal with sirens and whatnot? That entire October until February? That type of fear we had? We had to be prepared for all kinds of scenarios. And then, having to understand here's why I connect everything here. The anti-blackness in some of these places is nothing new to me. I come from a ethnicity that is Semitic. But doesn't matter what kind of militia you are. A lot of them don't.
Hey,
look at the
Naima,
stuff.
let me know when you finish.
Okay,
Go ahead, finish what you're doing.
thank you. But I understand, like, it doesn't matter where in the Middle East I am. Because I'm black, I got to do it. I know I'm gonna have to deal with racism, as well as like anti-blackness because of the history of slavery that a lot of them do not want to deal with. And on top of that, you have the Jewish community who still have their own animosities towards us, whether or not we're Jewish or otherwise. So I understand hate. I understand fear. I understand animosity and how much, it could drive people to do all kinds of, horrendous stuff. If y'all thought what happened in Bosnia was bad or what happened in Auschwitz was bad, nah, nothing compared to what has been going on. Even right now in Ethiopia, even though that's kind of died down, but still you got insurgencies going on, or what's going on in Sudan. Nobody gives a rat's behind about Sudan
Hey,
and how
hold
much
on.
the atrocities there
Hey,
is.
Naima, hold on.
Yes.
This is on my Telegram.
Oh,
All right,
sorry.
the Israeli army announced the elimination of 3 high-ranking Iranian military officers, including the commander of the Islamic Revolutionary Guard Corps and the chief of the general staff of the Iranian armed forces. According to Iranian Noor News Agency, at least 6 Iranian nuclear scientists were killed in the Israeli attack. All right.
This was a decapitation, basically. This is what it was. This was a decapitation in
You
operation.
basically gave
Oh,
people a
hey,
reason.
Charles. I'm looking on Telegram right now. Iran is launching drones, and they entered Syrian airspace right now.
Oh, this is gonna be.
Syria
I'm
Syria
sure.
is supposed to be the ultimate no-fly zone for no country. Do you know? I've said it once, and I'll say it again. You don't finish your wars; it's the shit that your children and your grandchildren have to face.
With the instability in Syria right now,
You literally have countries. People don't even know that Haiti and fucking Syria and other countries are fucking basically don't have governments.
no.
You silly fucking American jackasses. See, this is the reason why I the greatest national threat to American society is single motherhood. And I'm going to tell you why I can connect all this shit to the facts. You raise your sons to be infantile, not intellectual, and for some fucking reason, you think it's a good thing when you can't see. Culture is taught by the women. It wasn't your father, the first person who told you stop crying. You're a boy. It was your mother. And when she couldn't break you out of that shit, that's who she sent you to. When you're a single mother, who the fuck can you send your son to become a man? Now you got boys, 15 years old, can't even do 10 push-ups because all you do is hand them a smartphone instead of a book. I've seen it all the time in the Apple store. I shouldn't have to check your children before you do. You don't give a fuck.
Also, their diets are all messed up. Look at
They're
the obesity
overweight.
among black folks.
Look at the obesity. I remember my partner said, and she said back in the day, black women in the DMV area used to have bodies that would make other women around the country jealous, and that was natural. You didn't need a BBL. This chick looked like a. That's the reason why you had so many beautiful women from Baltimore, DC, and Virginia going everywhere in the other country, or everywhere else in the country, because they were so fucking fit. Now the average 20-year-old outweighs the average 20-year-old boy.
Can I say something, Charles?
It's your channel too.
No, I didn't want to interrupt you. Look, everybody, we're just speculating, but to be on the side of caution, be careful what you do this weekend. I'm just telling you, just
No, I'm gonna back you up after you say what you said.
keep your head on a swivel. Don't go anywhere that you really don't need to go, because right now this is the perfect storm for a major disaster, and terrorism is theater. Okay, with all these protests and everything, this got the potential to be very ugly. And also, I'm getting up in the morning anyway because I gotta get a haircut, but I'm gonna be looking at how this is going to affect the stock market and everything. So Iran just launched the missiles.
I'm gonna say something real quick.
Go ahead, Charles. And Andre, you after Charles.
I don't condone this. Know your local laws. Be armed. If you got to go out, be armed. And I'm not putting that on the Red Pill Sleeper Cells channel. Put that on my channel. If you're going to take somebody's channel, take mine. Be armed. I'd rather be forearmed than forewarned. And I'm going to tell you this. You might have to stop an active shooter in the next few weeks. Remember, Juneteenth is a major holiday. What's the next major holiday after Juneteenth?
4th of July.
4th of July. I'm going to tell you this. If I decide to go out, I'm not going to be within 25 yards to 25 feet away from my truck, which probably will have a rifle in it. The handgun's already on me with 3 magazines, not including the one that's already in the weapon itself.
Mm-hmm.
And could you put the link down for Angry Black Man? And I'm going to tell you, if you motherfuckers don't listen to me at any other chance, I'd rather you go to jail for a handgun charge, protecting
ABM.
yourself and your
Wait, hold
family.
on, Charles. Angry Black Man, come to Red Pill Sleeper Cell channel and hit the link. Charles, you're simulcasting off of your phone, right? Charles.
Yo, give him a minute.
Oh, he's probably all right. He's probably copying it, sending it over. Okay.
Copy and I'm gonna put it here.
All right.
All right.
And I'm gonna tell you this one. I'm gonna tell you, I'd rather you go to jail for a handgun charge than you leaving outside with your family and being fucked because some stupid active shooter wants to take pop shots. Only a living man can go to court. Remember that. Don't put this
Man, I
on.
needed this
Don't put this on
conversation.
Lewis's channel. Put it on mine. If you're gonna take a channel, take the Charles Faulkner Jr. channel.
Hey, Andre, you got anything to say?
I'm just listening, and I haven't said anything out loud. But
No, because you had hit me in the back channel that you wanted to say something.
I haven't said anything out loud, but just I get.
Well, don't
guess
say
it's
nothing. Look, don't say nothing anti-Semitic or nothing. All right. If you don't know how to censor yourself, don't say it.
No,
The reason
I'm not saying for your child. I'm not saying for your channel. I'm just sorry.
The reason why I can say certain stuff is because I'm going from a historical standpoint.
Don't say nothing out of emotion, because we're not demonizing a people.
We're demonizing a party
of their leaders.
Well, just historically speaking, I have not said anything.
All right.
Anything wrong at all. But all I did was just
Are you
I
drinking right now? Hey, Charles. I mean, Andre, are you drinking?
I'm sitting in a hospital right now.
Oh, okay.
Okay, do you renege your turn?
No, I do not renege my turn, but I'm just saying this is like unrelated stuff, but basically
You got to keep it related. If
Yeah.
it's not related to the subject, just renege your turn. We'll come back to you.
I'll renege.
All right, angry black man.
Yo, what's good, fellas?
Welcome to the panel, brother.
Hey,
What's
I
up,
just
everybody?
subscribed, man. Thanks for inviting me up and all that. Hey, look, I'm at work, so I haven't had a chance to look at anything on my feed about this whole Iran thing. But I want to say something, and I'm gonna keep it clean. But I think people need because I studied Islam for 4 years back when I was younger, and most people in America do not understand how deep this Islam thing goes, you know? And you have to understand when you're dealing with the Iranians, who are really the Persians, they're probably, well, I ain't gonna say that, but their brand of Islam is a lot more vicious and it goes put it this way.
Shia.
It's not Shia Islam.
Shia-
It's not psychopath Islam like what you saw with Bin Laden in them,
That's Salafi.
but it's very serious. It's a very serious brand of Islam. People in America are used, especially us black people, we use that Malcolm X stuff, Nation of Islam stuff. That's the tip of the iceberg, man. That's not the same Islam you're gonna find on the other side of the planet.
No,
Them
you're
definitely
not.
Connor.
It's
I
very
mean, I grew
serious.
up. I can tell you right now, ABM.
And
First of
hold
all,
on. This
Oh.
right here is your fault, BGS. I know you watching in the back. This is your fault.
well, on on his behalf, I gotta say, oh, you ain't shit, Lewis. You ain't shit. But anyway, oh, big man got the cognac. Oh shit. Oh shit. Yeah, I can't do a BGS impression.
All right,
To
go back.
ABM's point, ABM, you gotta understand, like, they're not just Shia. It's not just Shia. Iran is Shia central.
Mhm.
That is in fact, you have Shia, various subsects of Shia. But in Iran it's 12er, in certain places this, that, and third, but Iran's form of Shia Islam and their seriousness about Islam is this. They always talk about the hidden imam, a descendant of the prophet who's supposed to emerge during the end times and
The
whatnot.
Mahdi.
The Mahdi, right?
Al-Mahdi, yes, the Mahdi. Although Sunni, they have their own dogma regarding the Mahdi and everything. But
Where he comes out of the
Iran,
well.
yeah, something like that. But they also worry about but they also talk about something called the Masih ad-Dajjal, which means the false prophet, who's their version of the Antichrist.
That's with all of Islam. That's the in the hadith of the end of time.
You know,
the
I'm gonna keep it streaming on my channel, but I'm gonna come back in about 10 minutes. I'm
not saying anything.
I gotta play. I'll be back, but I gotta play some music to relax my brain because
All
this
right,
has
take your
been a
time.
heavy week. Because my godson and Leon, God rest his soul, their birthdays were on the 2nd. I had to deal with two of my best friends' mothers dying last week, and
Oh
this
my
shit.
God.
I got to come back and play some soft music because this, how veterans get.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna be right back. I'm gonna keep it streaming on my channel. I got the link in my part, so hopefully you'll get the views because you started this shit. That's why I'm simulcasting so you can get it. But this is a piss poor shame in politics. I'll be right back, folks.
Take your time, Charles. We're right here. I mean, Louis.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, this whole fiasco boils down to one thing. One man trying to cover his lily comb over behind.
No, it's more than that. Look,
I know, but at the end of the day, which it comes down to one man with his comb over and his hawkish antics, trying to stay out of a courtroom, facing corruption charges.
Oh
And
yeah.
he's been looking for every single opportunity. And on top of it, let's not forget, before everything that happened on October 7th, 2023, that entire summer, there were anti-government demonstrations because he wanted to reform and compromise the independence of the judiciary. Of the judiciary.
But guess what?
Because
Also,
he was
backing
facing
them up.
corruption charges.
I'm
Huh?
gonna tell you who's backing them up. You got those fucking evangelicals in the Republican Party that
Yeah.
hope this happens because this will bring Armageddon, which will cause the rapture, and their beliefs. All your evangelical Christians will be raptured before the end of times come.
You are
Oh,
100%
that's
right
what
about
they
that.
That's true. That's true. They are one because they call themselves Christian V's, you know what I'm saying?
Christian
No, the other term. That.
evangelicals. That's what they go by.
I don't want to use the. I don't want to use
Christian
the other term.
fundamentalists.
No,
Fake,
not that one.
fake
Starts with
Christian
V, I don't wanna mention it.
fundamentalism. Yeah.
Yeah. There's some. I mean, this is why certain journalists talks about these guys and calls them out for being the heretics they are, especially considering he's an ordained minister.
Yeah, that's why they always back Israel up, because they hope the countries will come and unite and attack Israel, because that will cause Armageddon, because that would be the
Battle of
sign
Megiddo.
of Revelations. And and then the rapture will come and these people all mysteriously fucking disappear, and the non-believers will be here during the day of judgment.
Let me say something to that, if I may.
Go ahead, brother.
And I gotta go in on this one though. Evangelicals make me sick. It's very strange, and I gotta choose my words carefully. You know what I'm saying? But you have you have evangelicals in America who hate Muslims, hate anything Arab, anything Persian, because their religion is different. Even though
they hate
they
Jews,
recognize
Jesus. Remember that.
even though they recognize Jesus Christ, and you hate
about the
them,
prosperity gospel.
but then you side with other people who in their holy book says your God is in hell, boiling in shit, and his mother was a whore who had a baby with a Roman soldier, a bastard kid with a Roman soldier.
Are you talking about the Talmud?
Yes.
Yeah, I got that book.
And that's who they side with.
And you're a goyim. You're cattle.
Amongst other things, yeah. They got a lot of names. Yeah, sure they do.
Yeah.
You know what they got for us?
Okay. And it's okay to rape little girl children's of goyims because they're not human.
If that's what they call them, you know what they call us?
Go ahead.
They call us Kushi, which means Kushite,
And
because we're
not-
black.
we are not demonizing a group of people. We are talking we're talking about the extremists that is causing the bullshit in this world. So get the sand out of your fucking pussy if you're offended. All right?
Correction. The bullshit in this world that they will then expect Americans to go fight and die for.
Yep.
And clean up.
And stupid evangelical Christians go along with it at every single turn.
And you know what's so funny?
And here's the thing.
The people, hold on, Namer. The motherfuckers that always love to go to war, their children are never enlisted in the military. It's always people of color or poor people that serve.
Yeah.
Yes, Detroit. Yeah.
Minority and the poor. That's always minority and the poor.
Well, we talked about it on Charles' channel a million times. The state of manhood and masculinity in this country, as it stands right now, they might have to bring back the draft.
Oh, guess what? If they do, they're fucked. Because Generation Y and Z is fat and out of shape.
And on drugs.
It can't handle stress.
Prescription and other illegal drugs. They're stressed, they're girly, they're confused,
They
The
won't be
opioid
able to make
crisis.
it past boot camp.
So just quickly, like the term like evangelical Christians, I heard that about this was like 3 to 5 years ago. I've never heard anybody else say this outside of your channel.
Do
Lewis,
you understand? Yeah. Do you understand
I
what they're about? Andre?
yes, I've watched documentaries on them. I do.
Mhm. When I think of them, I think of, some of them who are always trying to stick their noses. And by the way, they don't just stick their noses in Israeli politics. They stick their noses in a lot of African countries' politics, where they have undeserved but unrestricted influence on certain countries' politics, especially when they talk about the LGBT thing, because they need that as a distraction when they're in there just trying to, work the mega church hustle in some of these places. Same thing in parts of Brazil, whatnot, and they demonize folks. But these people always want to tell you how to live your life, how to do things, and a lot of them are some of the biggest deviants out there. A certain jackass up in who was like head of a mega church in Colorado. Y'all remember him?
Oh, got caught.
I don't want.
No, we all have no idea who you're talking about, Nemo.
No, he got caught in a hotel with a little boy.
He got caught. He was caught with a male call boy, and he was messing with crystal meth. Yeah, that's right, Detroit. He got caught messing around, And I remember this same dude. He was on a documentary with Richard Dawkins, the scientist, and he called his teachings of evolution nonsense and whatnot. The only nonsense out there was you talking about you were a great Christian, that you were a straight man, but it turned out you were a switch hitter.
And we don't have no issues here on this channel with people.
We don't have issues.
Sexual lifestyles.
No, we don't. As long as you're being genuine and sincere and upfront about it, as long as you ain't going on some hypocritical stuff. Isn't it funny also that some of the most anti-LGBT politicians, especially among the Republican, are some of the most in the closet fatherfuckers? Like one got arrested trying to hook up with somebody in a men's room at an airport. Others got busted. Another was found out to have an affair with one of his interns behind his wife back. So there's a lot of hypocrisy up in there. A lot of sick stuff going on in some of these churches. A lot of corruption.
Just to let you know, Bitcoin has slid 3.2% down. I'm looking at my Twitter feed right now. Hold on, let me share this. So, present. Present. Share screen. X. This right here.
A lot of people in Iran are fearful of what's going to happen. I mean, they've been through a lot.
Going back to what I was saying, when I was talking about the Shia Muslims, is they're the real deal.
They don't mess
and
around.
people better understand that you might want to, avoid crowd places, I mean, I've
Yo,
been
hold
saying
up,
it for a
fam.
couple years now. Something's going to blow up in this country again.
ABM, can
Was
you
that
repeat
his
that?
sound?
You were
Or
borging for a
mine?
minute.
Or- yeah.
It was on his end. ABM,
Oh, I'm
can you
sorry.
repeat like
I'm
the
sorry.
past 10 seconds what you said?
What
Start from the
I was
beginning of that
saying
sentence.
is people in America have to realize that those Shia Muslims are very different from the Sunni Muslims. When you talk
Mhm.
about the Palestinians, Sunnis, that's why you didn't see things blowing up in Muslim population. Now you're dealing with Iranians. Keep getting
You're not
I've
dealing
been
with
saying
Arabs now.
for a
You're dealing
couple
with
years
Persians mostly.
that something's
Yo,
going on in this damn country.
Yeah, fam, you're Borging.
You're dealing with Shias.
ABM.
I'm Borging again?
ABM. You were Borging for a moment, yeah.
Hold on, I'm gonna back
Are
out,
you-
come
are
back
you-
in.
Yeah, you do that. Yeah, give it a minute. You know, it's technical difficulties up here, folks. Our apologies. It is what it is. I'm just, but yeah, I mean, you're dealing with some people who ain't.
Detroit is down to 103,000 right now. Bitcoin.
Damn.
That is what it's at, or it went down that much.
It went down to 103,000.
Mhm.
And I'm curious what UK stock market is right now in the Nikkei in Japan.
I don't follow that,
Okay,
so I would have no idea.
Well, they don't open for the UK won't open for a while, not for another half hour or so.
Yeah.
But then again, they don't work that long that day. And as far as Japan goes, hang on, let me find out Japan. The Nikkei.
I'm back.
Welcome back, fam.
Can you hear me now? Is it better now?
Yeah, we
Perfect.
could. Yeah.
Go ahead. Say what you were saying.
No, what I was saying is the Shia Muslims are not exactly as radical extremists as maybe the Taliban were, but they're serious. A lot more serious than what you think the Sunnis are. And what I was saying is that's why you really didn't see those Sunnis up there in Minnesota and Michigan set it off. Because contrary to popular opinion, Sunnis are a little more laid back.
Hey,
But you're dealing with.
Wait, hold on. Hey, Passport, you want to come up? Because I know you in Japan. You want to come up here?
Yeah, I'm I'm gonna drop off. Thank you for the conversation, guys.
All right, later.
Just the last thing I'm gonna say is like the Shia versus Sunnis. I'm not sure.
You don't want to go there. Don't go there. Just fall back on that one, son.
Nima, you have
Trust
my
me,
number. You have my number. We can talk
I
about
got
it.
your number. Yeah, I told you, fall back on that one, son. There's certain things, that division and everything, it goes all back. Goes all the way back to when the Prophet passed. And the schisms and everything,
Hey, Passport, so what are they saying on the news over there in Japan about the situation? Because I know they Japan is probably on high alert too. Because America's at DEFCON 4.
Shit, they got to worry about North Korea right now.
And North Korea said they're backing Iran up. So
You got U.S. bases in Okinawa and other parts of Japan, also stationed in South Korea. South Koreans are not to be taken lightly, though. They will defend. But
and you don't understand too, Neymar. Look, you got if everybody, if Iran does a major, like full out blitz of Israel, then, oh damn, my man dropped that.
He'll be back.
Then Russia is going to full blitz on Ukraine, and the EU might get involved. This got the potential to be a power cake that will explode. Like I said, this is the perfect storm for bullshit to happen. And with all this shit here, like me and Charles said, there's fucking sleeper cells in this country, and they're waiting for the fall. And remember, terrorism is theater. You get a bunch of people protesting or whatever, and you have a bomb blow up like they had at, remember the Boston Marathon?
Oh yeah, I remember that. Pressure cooker plate.
This got the potential to be real bad.
They will use any opportunity to do so. But
ABM, you was in the Army, right?
No, sir.
Oh. Okay.
There's a couple cats.
I just think most people are just completely unaware how nasty this can get. That's all I'm trying to say.
Yeah, there's potential. That's why I said this weekend, if you have to go out, just keep your head on a fucking swivel. Just pretend your ops is everywhere. Because you don't know what's going to happen. And I hope
try to sit close to an exit. Sit close to an exit, or make sure your back is not to a door. Have your firearm on you. Yeah, this is bad. This ain't good. This is not good. But this whole damn Israel-Palestine shit should have been handled 40 years ago, man. This has gone on way too long.
Don't want you to There's people on both sides. So
oil prices skyrockets in the aftermath of the Israeli attacks on
fine right now.
It's up. Crude oil is up to $75.71 a gallon. I mean, a barrel.
God damn. Man. Y'all remember like 19 years ago when things were popping off, when oil prices were like hit $50 a barrel and then went 100 within a matter of days?
Breaking. Saudi Arabia joined the war on the side of Israel. Saudi fighter jets patrolling along the border with Yemen, preparing to intercept projectile launches from Ansarullah.
The Houthis maybe are going to get intensify their activities on it. And they may decide to fire into the KSA. They've done that before. They have actually they have actually fired rockets in the East province because that's where KSA's oil refineries are. Whoa. What does it say about UAE, Qatar, Bahrain, Kuwait as well? Oh, let's not forget Turkey. Turks are going to be watching what's going on. The Turks are still in Syria. They in the UAE are a little like without a little political game in Japan, as well as in Syria. I'm sure, like, this is panic. What about Iraq? Remember, Iraq's right next door. Government there is kind of like the Ayatollahs.
Breaking news: President Trump has called for a cabinet meeting. All right.
I hit the fan. I hit the fan. Take it time to quell this down. Maybe.
Hey, yo, you there?
Yeah.
You have anything to contribute?
Y'all pretty much summed it up.
Naima?
Me. Keep your head on a swivel. And speaking of which, considering the protests that's going on in the U.S., to all those living legal residents in the U.S. whose nationalities are listed among those that are in the travel ban, keep your IDs with you at all times and keep your heads on a swivel, because you never know when things might get ugly. I would know because my ilk are on that list. I know there's a lot of fears and people panicking, but I'm saying calm your nerves, keep your head on a swivel, your IDs on you at all times. Done.
Let's see what NY Prepper is saying.
We have panic buying going on in Israel right now. Also, there's long gas lines reported in Iran. People are fueling up. The Israeli military has confirmed that it has begun intercepting drones from Iran. The Israeli military has confirmed it has begun intercepting drones launched from Iran. The IAEA said Iran's Fordow nuclear facility has not been affected. So it looks like they mostly hit Natanz and Arak. They did not hit Fordow and Isfahan.
So thanks, Beth. Where's this footage from?
This is NY Prepper.
No, I know the footage I've seen.
That's in Israel.
Panic buying inside the shops and everything. Yeah.
Wait, let me go on Rumble right quick. Let me see if my man KLW is streaming.
So we have all these events converging right now. We have Israel and Iran. We have the strikes on Iran. We have the riots planned for Saturday nationwide across the U.S. We got Russia and Ukraine. Russia planning to strike back at Ukraine. Of all these events, major breaking news, sirens have been activated in Jordan.
Yeah, they're caught in the middle.
So those are the sirens in Jordan. I don't know if you guys can hear it or not. Yeah, it is scary to hear that, right? It's really really chilling what Netanyahu said earlier. Netanyahu said that they need people in Israel need to be prepared to shelter in place longer than they've ever had to.
All right. All right. Let's see. Stop screen.
This is the second time Israel has attacked Iran. No, I'm sorry. No, it wasn't. That was Lebanon. My fault.
Yeah.
I'm shutting the hell up because if this is not on Charles's channel, I'm not saying anything.
Yeah.
Good move.
Good. Good. AL probably passed out. Let me see what the comments are.
I gotta hit the grocery store. Start my day right.
Oh shit. Let me see. Well, who's who in the private? Comment. Well, it's almost 3:00. Look, everybody. Like I said, keep your head on a swivel. Be aware and monitor the news. Any of y'all got damn, my man jumped off. Hey, Andre, you have anything to say? Because I gotta get up in the morning because my son graduates from school tomorrow. So
Thank you for having me, and congratulations to your son.
yeah, thank you. Any of y'all got any parting words?
Just remember, like I always say, y'all ain't shit, never been shit, and will be shit, and God bless you while we at it. And God protect us all from all the unforeseeable madness that may come in the foreseen and unforeseen future.
Mm-hmm.
Keep your head on a swivel and protect yourself at all times. Watch your six. If you got family, coordinate amongst them to stay safe. I know there's a lot of craziness going out there. There's some people out there who mean y'all harm or looking for any reason to want to harm y'all. Y'all protect yourselves all the time. Peace. Yo, anybody got Charles's number?
Yeah.
Yeah, I might as well. Somebody better call and check on him. Let him know,
Yeah, I'm gonna hit him up.
All right, hit him up. Let him know we at the industry. Anyway, bro, y'all have a good y'all have a good night. My best to everyone. One.
Well, I'm out. Hold on, let me send a thing. Shit. Everybody, just stay safe out there, bro. Just stay safe. And where's my outro? What the fuck?